Hello everyone, this is Vikas and this is my ninth video on Python tutorial. In this video, I'll be teaching you about the concepts of decision control structures. Okay, if, elif, else, nested if statements all comes under decision control structures because they are somehow related to making decisions. Okay, if you want to make a program where you are taking some decisions and based upon that decisions some action is being taken on in the program or certain block of statements are executed after the condition becomes true, then you use the decision control structures. So these are if, else, elif and nested if. Okay, so now let us discuss the first one, if. Okay, so the basic syntax for if is this. Okay, you write the if keyword. If you remember my third video, then if is a keyword. You write the if keyword, then you give a single space and then under the brackets you write your conditions. Okay, then you put a colon and then you write your block of statements to be executed. Now by the concept of line indentation, every statement following the if statement are separated. If they are separated by the same number of spaces, then they come under same block, and the interpreter consider them under same block. Okay, so if the condition becomes true, then the block of statements get executed, and if the condition becomes false, then the first statement after the block of statements following the if statement is evaluated. In our case, else is the first statement after the block of statements. Okay, so if our condition, then this else statement will be executed. Okay, now let us move to the next one, which is else. Else is generally used in combination with if statement. So if the condition becomes false, then the control moves to else, and the block under the else statement is evaluated. Else is generally used in combination with if. Okay, now let us move to elif. Elif is generally used when you want to check multiple conditions. If you want to check a condition after another condition, suppose you are offering a number of choices, suppose you are in which you are offering a number of choices. Okay, and if you want your program to check one condition after other condition, I mean, if you want your program that if one condition become false, then it should check for another condition, then in that case you will use elif statement. Elif statements are exactly similar to that of else if statements used in another popular languages like C and Java. Okay, or C++. They are similar to else if statements. Okay, if you were using else if in another languages, then you could use in that way. Else, you add a space and then you write if. Okay, now let us move to the last one, that is nested if. Nested if statement is nothing but if statement within another if statement. If you want to check multiple conditions under condition, okay, then in that case you will use nested if. Okay, now let us write a program. Let us write program and check. Let us demonstrate it. Now if I want a program which is offering a choice, which is offering you to choose between two foods, enter, sorry, embarrassing, enter your choice. Okay, enter your choice. Okay, for two foods. Okay, that is one for burger and two for pizza. then in that case you will use elif statement, because you are checking multiple condition, that is one condition right after another. So let us implement it. Now if choice equals to 1, you put a colon, you separate print by single spaces by the concept of indentation. You print you have, sorry, it's have, not how, it's have chosen burger. Okay, now if you want that, if this condition become false, okay, now if you want another condition right after this to be checked, now if you want your program to check whether that choice is equals to 2, if your choice is equals to 2, then it should print what? It should print you have chosen pizza, you have chosen pizza. So what we are doing here, we are just checking one condition right after another condition. So when such type of scenarios or conditions arrive, then you, in that case, you will use elif statements. Now let us run the program and see how it works. Now write 2 and it says you have chosen pizza. So that's how it works. Okay, that's how elif statement works. Now let us use our else statement. Now in case of else statement, why you use else statement? If none of the condition become false, then control will move to the first statement after these blocks. Okay, after the block of else or elif statement. So you have input wrong choice, and if none of the conditions satisfy, then in that case it will output you have input wrong choice. Okay, so that's how it works. That's how else also works. Else is generally used with if and elif statements. Okay, now let us move to the last one, which is nested if statements. Suppose if you want to make a program, okay, which checks whether a number is positive or not, and also if that number is greater than 10 or not. Okay, then in that condition you will use nested if statements. Okay, now return enter the number. Now what I do, I will check whether that number is positive or not. How we check? If that number is greater than 0, then it is a positive number, then I should print 1. Sorry, it's like this, positive. Okay, it's positive. I spell positive wrong, embarrassing. Now what I want to check also whether that number is greater than 10 or not. Then I write another if statement within this. Now pay attention here. This print statement and this if statement is separated by the same number of spaces. Okay, then by the concept of indentation, they will come under the same block. That means if this condition, that is num greater than 0, is satisfied, then the block of statement following this if statement will be evaluated, isn't it? But since this print statement and this if statement belong to the same block, so this both statements will be evaluated. So that was my point. If you will not give the equal number of spaces between these two, then interpreter will assume that these two statements belong to different blocks, and if this condition, that is num greater than 0, becomes true, then both of this will not be evaluated if they are not separated by same number of spaces. That means if they will not come under the same block, they will not be evaluated together. So to do that, I am separating both by the same number of spaces. Now under that, what I write, number is greater than 10. If number is greater than 10, now I put another space because I want to separate this print statement from rest statements. Okay, print greater than 10. Okay, now let us run the program and see. I've written 1 and it's saying only positive because 1 is not greater than 10. Now again let us run the program and check our output for 11. Okay, positive and greater than 10. Okay, so that's how it works. If when we enter a number, it comes to this if statement. It checks whether that number is greater than 0 or not. If that number is greater than 0, then this block will be executed. In this block, this print statement and this if statement belongs to this block, so these two will be evaluated. Now first print is evaluated and positive is printed, then this if is executed, and then again this condition is checked whether number is greater than 10 or not. If this condition is satisfied, then the block of this second if statement is executed. That is, this print statement lies to the block of this second if statement, isn't it? So this is evaluated if number is greater than 10. So that's how it works. So by doing this, we come to the conclusion that nested if statements are nothing but they are if statement within another if statement. So that were the concept I wanted to discuss. So in the next video we will discuss loops in Python. Okay, so thanks for watching, and please like my videos and subscribe my channel, and please don't forget to press the bell button so that if I make new videos you will get the notification for that. Thanks once again.